Kentucky, as well as Ohio and Illinois runs them as well. So very popular class here in the Midwest. And of course a staple division here on the AP1 Insurance PPL Midwest Regional Circuit as well. So this class starts off their season here tonight. Hook number 1 out of 12. They've got an even 12 hooks here for 2024. And we'll finish up their season down at the Lanesville Heritage Festival down there at the week after Labor Day down there, just outside of Louisville. So 12 hooks for this class, and it all starts here tonight here in Terre Haute. As looks like we've got that sled just about set ready to go here tonight. Once again, 14 competitors here in our Warrior Tracks sponsored class here tonight. And of course, Warrior Tracks is the way of the future for all your rubber track needs. Our proprietary 4-star technology leads the industry with a premium rubber made of 100% virgin material that extends track life. Available at Boyd & Sons Machinery in Washington, Indiana, or online at boydsandsonsmachinery.com. So once again, we're glad to have them on board here for 2024 as a proud sponsor here for our Hot Farm class here this year. Looks like we've got that sudden impact sled back on the start line, and we're ready to go pulling here tonight as we're going to have out of Murray, Kentucky. We got a couple tractors out of Kentucky here tonight. And Mike Dixon, the Wheelin' and Dealin' tractor, going to start things off here. Good looking international as he will get the show rolling here tonight. Now we've got internationals represented. We've got John Deere, and we do have an Alice Chalmers as well in the field. So it should be a great class of competition here tonight, the Hot Farms. So our test puller in the class is going to be Mike Dixon out of Murray, Kentucky with the Wheelin' and Dealin' International. As he will get things started here, you'll notice, fans, take a look. Those 20.8 rear tires on them, a little bit skinnier than we see in Super Farm action. But they will turn them hard, that is for sure. Now we talked about that one single turbocharger. They are not allowed intercoolers on them. Super Farm tractors we'll be seeing a little bit later on will be allowed the intercooler. Here in the Hot Farm tractors, they're not allowed the intercoolers. Of course, the intercooler, it cools that inlet air going into the inlet of these turbochargers, makes that air more dense, and makes for more horsepower. But these tractors are allowed water injection. All right, looks like we are just about ready to go here. Mike Dixon, Wheelin' and Dealin' International, going to get us started. 9,500-pound Hot Farms. All right, fans, International 1066 here. Mike Dixon out of Murray, Kentucky. Now he will have to make that big decision. Looks like he's right about that 300-foot mark here tonight. We will tell our officials whether or not he is happy with that run here. It's just about to that 300-foot mark here. All right, pull distance comes in at 307.50. 307.50 is going to take that. So yes, he is going to hooker over at Greensburg, Indiana. So we've got the tractor fired up there. You'll see he's got the neck brace there mounted over on the roll cage of these tractors. Some of the safety equipment, of course, you see the multi-layer fire suit. All these drivers are required to wear the snow-approved helmets. They've also got the fireproof gloves, boots, and of course the neck protection as well. Anything that you would see in any major motorsport, and they're running it here in Poland. Of course, got the roll cages on top as well. Goes back to the turn of the century there, back when the roll cages became mandated in pulling. A few more of the safety items that we run in the sport of tractor and truck pulling. So Mike Peters, the Hoosier hooker out of Greensburg, Indiana. One tough customer here. Let's see if he can bump the flag here tonight. The tractor, Murray, Kentucky. Mike Dixon, our current leader, with wheelin' and dealin'. That was at International 1066. Looks like Mike's got the slack out of the chain, ready to go to work here tonight. The Hoosier Hooker. All right, 6 here in this class. Switch it up here. Next couple tractors. We got a couple green ones, we told you. She'll be up next here, over there in Ripley County, Indiana. Right about the center part of the Hoosier State here. Now, Kylie, formerly a Warder. Now an Atkinson here is tying the knot. Raging Buck ride. This is a John Deere 8430. Last year they finished up number 9 in the points with this tractor. 22, they were number 2. Just a few points out from taking that championship. But last year kind of fell back a little bit. They're looking to get back on top here with this John Deere 8430. Shares the driving duties with Caleb, usually out on the circuit. Tonight, Kylie drew the straw. She will be in the seat. A Raging Buck here out of Versailles, Indiana. Once again, our mark to beat is 312.28, 312.28. The mark to beat here in our hot farm class. Now, looks like we're starting to move that sled a little bit over towards the middle part of the track here. Not much. We're still working that right side of the track. Let's see what the John Deere's got for us here tonight. Oh, down towards the bottom side of the track here. For the young lady out of Versailles, Indiana. Let's give her a nice round of applause. The Raging Buck here tonight as she takes over the number 2 spot. So it looks like Tyler going to be followed by Jeff Fleck, and then we've got Charlie Kirshner with the Never Enough ride, Carlisle, Indiana. Next coming up here. As we look down in our class, just about 80% of our class going to be out of the state of Indiana. We do have 3 tractors out of Kentucky here tonight, make up our field of 14. All right, looks like the Undertaker just about ready to go. Well, what do you think, fans? Come on, let's cheer him on. The hometown guy from right here in Terre Haute. You think, fans? Did he get the job done? Awful close to that right side chalk line. Just Once again, our high water mark at 312.28, 312.28. As we get a distance in here for Tyler for 305 and 91. Fans, 305.91. The distance here for Tyler Haynes. That will bring us up here to Jeff Fleck and the Red Strokes tractor. Charlie Kirshner's Never Enough, and then Jordan Harris, Magnify. Our next three coming up here in hot farm competition. So our weight transfer machine makes its way back to the start line here. Good job here tonight, Mr. Bo Simpson, stopping these hot farm tractors right about the 300, 310 foot mark here tonight. Interesting to see if anybody else where they're going to move here. Now we're still a little bit early in this class. We've only had 4 hooks here out of the 14. I would imagine we're going to start seeing them move towards the bottom part of the track just a little bit here as that sun starts making its way down in the west. You see that moisture start working its way up in the track here. See out on the track, you see light spots, dark spots, and that will change, of course, throughout a class. One of the variables, of course, with any motorsport when you're working with dirt, things will change, as looks like Jeff Fleck coming up here next. Red Strokes tractor, Carlisle, Indiana. Actually, no, Ferdinand, Indiana. Red Strokes. International 1466. Finished up number 8 in the PPL Midwest points. Now, Ferdinand, Indiana, about halfway between Louisville and Evansville, right off I-64. Fleck tractors, very tough running machines. They'll have a couple in the class. All right, fans, 312.28. That is the mark to beat here. Mike Peters, our current leader, though. Who's your hooker? Definitely turning the tires, but fans, you saw again the John Deere 7920. He calls Never Enough. He'll be up next here. Going to be followed by Jordan Harris with the Magnify. That's Case International machine. Then Daniel Bugg, the Horseplay machine out of Kentucky. So a couple of bluegrass runners will follow here as Charlie Kirshner makes his way to the sled with that John Deere 7920, the Tough Enough. No, Never Enough. All right, looks like track is clear. Never Enough, ready to go to work here tonight. What do you think, John Deere fans? Come on, you got to make some noise. Some ground speed going, fans. What do you think? Did he do it? Had to go better than 312. Take over that number 1 spot. 250 foot mark, and then the sudden impact said, not tonight. .309.70, fans. 309.70, and looks like good enough for the number 2 spot here. So great run. 309.70 for Charlie Kirshner here tonight. Never Enough. It'll be our new number 2 track. All right, looks like going to move that sled just a little bit closer down towards the middle part of the track here. Going to split the Right side chalk line in the middle part of the track here. Track is clear. Here we go. Magnified out of Kentucky. And looks like going to come up. Daniel, a very strong runner here, this John Deere 4050 here. Finish up number 7 last year. Now, last year on the circuit, he swept the event in Shelbyville, Kentucky, that runs out there at the Shelbyville Fairgrounds the 3rd week in August. And this guy swept the weekend for the Hot Farm, so definitely knows how to get the job done here. See if he can get that horsepower to the ground here tonight with that John Deere. So far, Mike Peters, he's saved him off here so far. A tough running Hoosier hooker. Daniel's going to be followed by Randy Begley, and then we've got Mike Robbins, another strong runner out of Greensburg coming up. Definitely some tough ones down at the bottom of the field here. All right, here we go. The horseplay, John Deere. Once again, fans, we're going to put another track right about that 05 foot mark or so. Pull distance comes in at 303.11. 303.11 here for Daniel Budd. See the last couple of competitors here. We're back a little bit here. It'll be pretty interesting to see where our next puller is going to spot that sled here tonight. Trying some different things on our track. Hook number 9 here in our Hot Farm class here tonight, brought to you by Warrior Tracks. Back to Case International, 7250. Now he's going to move it a little bit closer towards that middle part of the track here. It's about the furthest over we've seen anybody start from out here. All evening long here. Looks like Randy decided, hey, they're not making any moves out there. We're going to try something different. So let's see how this is going to work out here for the foul play. And Randy Begley, once again, 312.28. That is the magic mark here, 312.28. Want to take over that number 1 spot. Tonight, thanks to the foul play of the turkey farmer. So pull distance 290.08, 290.08 for Randy Begley here tonight, fans. The foul play. Mike, our winner last year, looking for back-to-back wins here in Terre, Haute. As Mike Robbins makes his way to the sled here, the fire in the hole machine. International, 1456. Elpers with his Alice Chalmers. So down to it, just a handful of competitors left to go here. See if our defending class champion can figure out the tricky track conditions here tonight and take over that #1 spot. Mike Peters, our leader. Charlie Kirscher sitting #2, and then Kylie Atkinson, #3 currently. Oh, what do you think, fans? Did he do it? And pull distance comes in for Mike Robbins. The fire in the hole. 3:16.73, fans, a new leader. Last inch machine out of Brownstown, Indiana. International 1466. Now this tractor finished up #5 in the region last year. He'll be followed by Tyler Elpers with the Just Blowing Cash, and then Kevin Fleck, written in red. Our next three. Looks like Brian Pruitt going to run about the same tracks as we just saw Mike Robbins run out there with the fire in the hole machine. Of course, why wouldn't you? As he took over that #1 spot here. 3:16.73. So that is the new mark here in our Hot Farm class. 3:16.73. Perfection out there. So it looks like 3:08.35. 3:08.35. And good enough for #5. #5. You see that good-looking Alice Chalmers making its way to the track here. Just Blowing Cash, they call it. Last year, this tractor, fans, finished just outside the top 10, #11 in the Midwest points. Definitely would like to turn that around here for this season. Put themselves at least in the top 10, or better yet, the top 5. Once again, our mark to beat, 3:16.73 right now. Mike Robbins, fire in the hole, our current leader out of Greensburg, Indiana. All right, looks like slack out of the chain. Just 3 tractors left to go. Track is clear. Here comes the orange one. Think, fans. This is going to be close. Wow, what a run for the Alice Chalmers here tonight. The distance comes in, fans. 3:18.41. We got a new leader. Alice Chalmers, we told you, watch that orange tractor. Yes, sir. The hot farm class, I think we had about 25, 30 tractors down there last year, running for the hot farm championship down there. And this was the tractor that got the job done. Written in red, he calls it. International 1466. Now we saw their other tractor come up a little bit short. That was the Red Strokes. Jeff doing the driving at 295.92. So definitely sure they learned a couple things watching that tractor run. Let's see if they can put it all to work here tonight. 3:18.41. The orange one leads the class. He's got to dodge 2 more bullets. This is a tough one. Kevin Fleck, written in red. Oh, fans, he is close. 3:16.77. So number 2 right now for Kevin Fleck, written in red. 3:16.77. Number 3 spot, Mike Robbins, fire in the hole at Elberfeld, Indiana. Elberfeld, Indiana. All right, so going to back in that final international here tonight. Once again, Alice Chalmers. He's got to dodge 1 more bullet here, and it's another red one. Tyler Elpers, just blowing cash out of Evansville, holds on to that number 1 spot at 3:18.41. Kevin Fleck sits number 2, written in red, and Mike Robbins, number 3, fire in the hole. All right, scraper and roller team finish up their work. Green flags are out. Here we go, fans. Final tractor in the class, playing with fire. Ooh, turning those tires awful hard. The big question, did he go far enough? Looking like he might be just a little bit shy here, but we'll wait for the measurement officially. Good run, though, for Rusty Haute fans. Let's give a nice round of applause here. Playing with fire. $312.26 for Rusty Haute here tonight. All right, fans, so the pull distance for Rusty Haute was 3:12.26, 3:12.26. So we'll get our top 5 finishers here all sorted out here tonight, fans. But nonetheless, let's give all our competitors a nice round of applause. What a great class.